up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand in the way. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
All right, Buckeye fans, here we are. We've made it to the Friday show. We thank you for being a part of it. We are sponsored by our good friends at CareSource and by Coors Light. We thank them for bringing this lovely radio show to all you guys. This is it. I'm nervous. I'm a wreck. I am. It's just the way it's going to be. We got the Buckeyes going back into a top 5 matchup tomorrow at noon. You heard our man, the Bode man, on the update desk there. Less than 24 hours. 18 hours now. Number 4, Ohio State at number 3, Penn State. We're going to hit you with the final walkthrough in just moments here to get things popping. But I go back to this. I go back to our quarterback, Will Howard, and something that stuck with me. I did not put this in the walkthrough, so I'll give it to you right now because obviously I think it goes without saying. We haven't spent a good bit of time lately focusing on just how important Will Howard is to this team and their success because I think it's just stating the obvious. You need him to play well. And I look at it now, both these QBs, Aller and Will Howard, they're highly efficient. The numbers are kind of similar. Will's got 5 more touchdown passes than Aller, and I think he's going to play. Let's set that off. I mean, they said he's going to play. So you're looking at Drew Aller for Penn State, whether he's a little banged up or not. And you've seen that the backup can actually play some good football too, so there is that. But this week, as we turn the page from Nebraska to Penn State, Will Howard, this was in the postgame, actually. He was immediately focused on this and how big of a deal this one is against the Nittany Lions for the man under center for the Bucks.
I'm stoked. I cannot wait. It's going to be a homecoming for me. I grew up a Penn State fan. I wanted to go there my whole life. They didn't think I was good enough. But I guess we'll see next week if I was.
I don't care. I guess we'll see. A little thing called you'll see, right? For Will Howard right after the Nebraska game. You use that. You use anything that makes you happy. Anything you got that's lying around that you're going to be able to use that can help you play just a fraction better on Saturday against Penn State. You do it. Use that as fuel. I love that for Will Howard. Motivation, confidence. I've loved every single thing about this guy off the field. I just want to make that perfectly clear. There's this one play in each game that we've seen from him that could prove costly. If I'm going to point something out, it would be that in this type of game, these top 5 games, if you could just go without that interception, just go without that drop like he had, couldn't get the snap wrangled in against Oregon that one time, proved costly. They didn't get any points on that drive. Have no blemishes. Catch the football when it's snapped to you, which he's done other than that one time. But and don't have that one pick, either early in the game or late in the game. Keep moving this thing downfield. Guys are going to be open. If you get things vertical and you use Jeremiah Smith like you need to use him, Emeka and Carnell Tate even, guys will be open. Will that offensive line block it? That's going to be the thing that we'll find out, as that's a major thing in this football game. But it is time. Bodie, are you ready for another edition of the final walkthrough?
I'm ready, Tim. Let's do it.
You're sitting back there. You've been looking lonely. We've been lonely here in the building with no man and bone hanging around. I'm ready for it. You are. It's time for the final walkthrough. All right, here we go. Week 10, final walkthrough. Great to do it for you fine Buckeye fans. Between us, I'm very nervous about this one. You want it so bad for this team to go unblemished the rest of the way and get that potential rematch shot against Oregon. We're going to get to it all because that's what we do here, but indulge me because we just had Halloween. I got bags and bags of candy on my counter. Must be nice, I know. If you didn't know, friend of the station and a tremendous Buckeye linebacker, Joshua Perry, released his top 3 candies. He had Werther's Original as his favorite, huh? Whoppers was third, but this one he had at second. Just stopped us all.
The circus peanuts I know is a little bit of a crazy one for people. I prefer to open up the bag and actually let them get just a little bit stale.
All right. We really have a man whose 1-2 punch for candy is Werther's and circus peanuts.
Erroneous.
Erroneous. Erroneous on both counts.
Yes, I don't get it, but seriously, I mean, circus peanuts, that's gross. This is off the heels of seeing that map that lied to us and said the most popular candy in Ohio is a Mars bar. I had all of you reply and say you've never had or even seen a Mars bar in your life.
Are you kidding me? Where are we at in society today?
I don't know. But honestly, the circus peanuts, that's a marshmallow peanut-shaped stiff candy. Orange is the popular color, and banana is the popular flavor. That's sick. That's disgusting.
That's all I got to say. Makes me want to puke.
Yeah, that's gross. Don't worry, though. None of this means anything to your head coach, Ryan Day.
Coach, trick or treat, I'm sure you're not. Are you handing out Buckeyes? You know, that would be my guess is your favorite candy today.
Until you just said it, I had no idea that it was Halloween.
Did you know the World Series was settled yesterday?
I actually did not know that either.
Okay, the Dodgers ended up winning that. You missed a good series.
I can tell you what we did at practice. I'll tell you what's going on in this game. That's
All right. Our man Jim Lachey keeping Ryan Day up to speed on things real life. My goodness. To the game file, getting down to it. We know what's at stake. We can't really know what the Buckeyes' playoff chances are if they lose. Gonna have to wait for help from the rest of the college football world. But you know your Big Ten championship chances are almost surely gone. Number 3 Penn State, 7-0, 4-0 in conference versus number 4 Ohio State, 6-1 and 3-1 in a pivotal matchup. Big road environment for the Buckeyes. Left tackle is a key. Could see Donovan Jackson play left tackle for the first time as a college football player in the biggest game. Could be matched up against Abdul Carter. Kind of big. Then you look at how the guards stack up. Shabola, Austin Searveld, Carson Hinsman. It's going to be an interesting spot there, right, Day?
Dep's going to get challenged this week for sure. Got some veteran guys up there like Donnie and Seth and Josh Fryer. So these guys have experience, and so that's good. But they're going to be challenged in this environment as well. But they'll be ready. They'll be ready to go.
All right, search for the perfect weather day. 55 and cloudy. We're getting close. The highs for tomorrow in State College, 57 degrees, but it'll be mostly sunny. So see if you guys can borrow Andy Katzenmoyer's cool-looking helmet visor to the moneymaker here. Did you know that at ESPN Bet, the Buckeyes are still the second pick to win the Natty behind Georgia, plus 425 odds, ahead of Oregon despite the loss. This one is Ohio State favored by 3.5, the over-under 45.5. I gave bad advice last week. You're on your own here. You're on your own here. Big game James. Let's get to him.
We're done being great.
Yes. Not long ago, the second straight one-point loss to Ohio State made James Franklin lose his flipping mind. I loved it.
You guys thought I was a psychopath in the past? You have no idea.
Because Franklin could not find his way to another win over Ohio State. He's got the one in 2016, but no other. He's 1-9. He's also just 3-18 overall against top 10 opponents. We know Ryan Day with the loss to Oregon is 1-7 versus top 5. Something is going to give.
I give you my word.
Well, you haven't beaten the Bucs since you said that, making you a liar. Let's hear from the head man back to Coach Ryan Day. Look, we can't keep breaking down. We can keep breaking down keys to the game, but this eventually is a gut check game. We need to know the mood of this team, and these guys are ready for a Big Ten fight.
Again, just like the Oregon game was, this game's been, circled on our schedule. We know what's at stake here, so we're going to have a great week of practice, great energy in practice, and I'm going to go into that environment and go, finish the way that we didn't have an opportunity, or we didn't do 2 weeks ago. And so now we have another opportunity to go do that in this game. So now we got to go finish and win the game in the fourth quarter. We know it's going to take 4 quarters in this game. It always does when you go play in this environment. It's a very difficult environment to play in, but we've been in this situation before. Our guys have been in this situation before. So now it's go time to we'll go win this game and get a top 5 victory. And that's what the guys are focused on right now. The coaching staff, everybody in the building is the focus on winning this game right here.
It's time to do it. It is time for this team to go out there and prove in front of everybody that they do have it, that this is a national championship contender. Only one way to do it, and it's go and win the game. Pre-game coverage, it's going to start at 6:30 with Maddie and DeVere. By the time this game kicks off and finishes around 4:30 or so, Beam and I will either be talking about a huge win or what this means for the team and program going forward. I'm nervous, but let's do it.
And I hope to see you out there.
I don't even want to think about what the bad thing is going to be. Final walkthrough week 10 in the books. Boatman, I gave you not 1, but 2 Gundies. What do you think about that?
That's an A+ in there, Tim. Also, Ryan Day said it. It's a heck of an opportunity.
A heck of an opportunity. Yeah.
Great moments are born from great opportunities, Tim.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I just, it's a weird feeling.
It is. It's because I think 9 times out of 10, kind of like before this season, I mean, take it from me, who's more objective. Everybody knows I'm a Notre Dame guy.
Well, no, you're usually so confident against Penn State.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Even though you've had some close calls against them in these 10 games.
Yeah, and even as somebody who comes at it from more objective a little bit, I think from the fan perspective, I look at it and I'm like, yeah.
You're just a football guy. Yeah, you're just in the lab.
Yeah. I wish it was colder and snowing tomorrow. No, but it's just, I mean, 9 times out of 10, you look at this game and think, the Buckeyes are going to win. It'll probably be close, maybe a little ugly at times, but they're going to win. And this is the first time in a little while where you're just like, I don't know. And it's not because I have confidence in Penn State, and I don't think anybody around here has a ton of confidence in Penn State. It's more just a lack of confidence in the Buckeyes.
Yeah, and it's not like it's a crazy lack of confidence.
No, it's just more 50-50.
This is the game.
Yes.
This is the game that you need to win, and we've struggled in winning this kind of game. It's not the Penn State game. It's the fact that, and I think that's the one thing, too. People might be a little, like you said, unsure about Penn State, but they got a number 3 next to their name now.
Yeah.
So they're undefeated, and there's something different that we'll get to in the next segment about them. But real quick, I did an interview with one of my buddies that I worked with in the past, and he's now hosting in Virginia Beach. So I went on his show, and he just wanted to talk about this. This is a big game nationally, obviously. Funny story about the station that I went on with. There was a guy from that station, a different host. Now, my buddy Scott Jackson is in that job now, but the last guy there had me on like years ago. We actually did a bit on the show about this because I thought he was bringing me on to just talk Buckeyes. I don't know which game we were coming up on, but it had to be a big national game. He asked me one question about it and then went into the most off-the-cuff, random national college football questions that I was unprepared for. It was like Nick Saban's quarterback rotation, Auburn football. This is where this actually came from. He asked me a question about UCLA that I had to BS my way through.
Oh, that Miles Jack, that dude.
We pulled pieces from that interview and just made fun of it. It was that good. But either way, I went on that guy's show, and I mentioned Jeremiah Smith at the end of Man and Bones show. And I know like this guy's such a superstar and everybody's focused on him, but I told him, and I said it, I think 35 catches for 623 yards and 8 touchdowns is not enough. 3 catches for 7 against Nebraska, and he had an explosive play. They need to continue to find ways. Chip Kelly needs to be losing sleep. He needs to not know what Halloween is either, because I need more Jeremiah Smith. That's just, I hope we see it tomorrow. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, so I hope we get to see a lot of that. But I do want to point something out. The thing that feels different about Penn State, we'll give you that. It's coming up. It's the Buckeye Show right here on The Fan.
Unlike your deadbeat uncle, we'll never leave you stranded in a ditch when you were 6. This promo may have been a touch too specific. The Fan.
Get out there and have some fun in a new Toyota with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else. Like America's best-selling car, Toyota Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through November 4th, you can lease a Camry LE for $299 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
I love the neighborhood where I grew up, but it was tough.
Ohio State championship quarterback Cardale Jones.
Football helped me find my direction, but I also needed the right support system. I remember seeing that CareSource heart around town and just knowing they had my back. That's the kind of difference they still make in neighborhoods like mine. And that means the world to so many children today. My name is Cardale Jones, and I was a CareSource kid.
CareSource, your Medicaid, your choice. Visit caresource.com/Medicaid.
The National Veterans Memorial and Museum in Columbus preserves and shares the stories of our nation's veterans from all branches and all eras of service. With a gift of $20 or more, you can honor a veteran in your life by dedicating a flag in their name to be displayed on the museum's expansive grounds on Veterans Day weekend. Your gift will be matched, and your veteran's name will be shared on our website. Learn more at nationalvets.org.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouthwatering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
This is Ohio State head football coach Ryan Day, asking you to help provide 2 million meals to feed our community. Just round up at the register today. Every dollar provides 10 meals for neighbors in need. Get in the game and let's tackle hunger.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today.
Visit BuckeyeKubotaDealers.com to find a dealer near you.
Save time, reduce costs, and eliminate printer frustrations with Modern Office Methods, your award-winning managed print services provider. We know how to help your business reduce the cost of office printing by identifying necessary print and paper waste. We can improve your printer fleet and decrease the amount of printer frustration. Why wait? Start saving time and money today. Start with our comprehensive print fleet assessment by going to momnet.com and click on free assessment.
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown dumb since day one. The Fan.
Hey folks, it's game day and the betting's gonna be intense, Drew.
You said it, Dave, but a good pregame routine keeps betting responsible.
That's right, you gotta pause before you play.
Good call. Sports betting is hot, but it can be risky.
And pausing to set limits is an all-star move.
That's right, Dave. If you bet on sports, pause before you play to set limits, recognize the risk, and know when to stop.
Learn more at pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Did you and your family lose Ohio Medicaid and need health coverage? Check this out. You may be eligible to enroll in a low-cost health plan at healthcare.gov. With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov offers quality plans that cover doctor visits, prescriptions, emergency care, and more. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A nice night for high school football, but take that extra layer. Temperatures holding in the mid to upper 50s with fair skies. We'll see diminishing winds and clear skies in through the evening, all the way down to the mid 30s by Saturday morning. But after a cool start, a really nice finish. High temperatures back in the low 60s with plenty of sun by Saturday afternoon. With your 10 TV weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Preseason, midseason, off-season. We keep on rolling. You've got the Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall here with you on a Friday. Thank you guys so much for making us a part of your week. As you know, if you miss anything, if you just jumped in here, you're a little bit late. The podcast goes up right after the program. Give it 10 or 15 minutes. Search for it wherever you get your audio. It's one of the best free things in life. Yesterday was a great day for free things. Even if you're an adult, if you're going to make the effort to costume up, if you're a cosplayer, that's how it's said, right? Cosplay, when everybody dresses up like a superhero.
I think you're right on that. Yeah.
If you want to do that, if you want to look good, I'll give you candy. I don't care. That's fine. Like, there's not going to be that many lunatics that would do that, so it's fine. But yesterday is a great night for free things. Our podcast here is a lovely free thing, so search it up wherever you get your sound, and you'll have the Buckeye Show with you anywhere you go. We're also one of those shows where you might be driving home while we're going on. Then you can flip to YouTube. You get into the house. You throw it up on the smart TV. You make everybody watch and listen. It's great. So, Boatman, I don't know how much you check out Rothman and Ice, our lovely noon to 3 show here. You should. They had a Penn State reporter on today. And this is why I picked the Penn State reporter, because they have big guests all over the place. They've got Gold Jacket Thursdays. I love it. It's a lovely series. They get a different random Hall of Famer every Thursday. I talked about going to the Hall finally a couple of Sundays ago. Anthony hooked us up with some tickets with his connections there. Just a really nice surprise. I mean, I loved it. I really did. For a football nut, like the history there, when you just walk into the bust room, it's just an aura. And everyone's got like a few guys that you just want to see. Like I had Gale Sayers, the Kansas Comet, right? John Riggins, Joe Gibbs. Wanted to see Johnny Unitas. Wanted to see his bust. Just look right at it. And Ed Reed took the cake. I talked about that for just best bust. The hairstyle that he's got and the beard that was immortalized. That bust, unbelievable. A lot better than Dwayne Wade's bust on his new statue. We can say that. But of all the great guests that they got on, they do the Gold Jacket Thursday. They got Shefty. They got Brady Quinn was on today. Penn State reporter Johnny McGonigal. I thought something he said can help us figure out what's going on with them and what they have cooking in this game, because numbers-wise, they look relatively the same. And numbers-wise, we talked about this, the offenses, Penn State's offense to Ohio State's offense this year, very similar with what they do running the football, with how they are throwing the football. But there's, if you've thought something feels a little bit better for Penn State and a little bit different, there's some positivity with how that offense is flowing, it's because of the impact of new Penn State offensive coordinator Andy Kotelnicki. And Johnny broke this down on their show today.
Last year, that offense was stale. I use the word uninspired a lot in my writing over the last year. And Andy has really, changed the thinking around that, changed the way the guys operate, even off the field, has empowered his players to speak more, to be more involved in game planning. Drew Aller, in particular, has played more confidently this year, has played more freely. And I think Andy Kotelnicki and his system and how he manages relationships and develops guys, I think has a lot to do with that.
I think it's like he said, and you look at 2023 Penn State, right? They only really struggled in the Ohio State game and the Michigan game. Michigan was undefeated. They were still stealing everybody's signs, right? They won the national championship. So that was a 24-15 game. That was the one where Michigan just didn't throw the ball, right? They just said, we're going to bludgeon you to death. And they were doing that with their physicality in both fronts, offense and defense. We saw it. They didn't do it against the Buckeyes, but when you have Kotelnicki come in there and there's different wrinkles, there's more motion, there's more ways that this Penn State offense is attacking you. They got multiple running backs. They are a bit multiple with what they can do. They've got the tight end play with Warren, and that's the best guy that the Buckeyes have faced yet. So there's some things. They don't have – Wallace is good. They don't have that stud wide receiver, that Dotson-type guy, that Godwin-type guy, right? But they always seem to have somebody pop off in this game. So that's what you got to be wary of. The secondary for Ohio State, I think it's a big game for the linebackers for OSU. It's just huge. And who would have thought, right? The Kotelnicki comes to Penn State. Where's he from? Kansas, most recently. One of Lance Leipold's guy. The key. Kansas football. New Hampshire, the key for the Buckeyes. Chip, Ryan Day. Kansas football. That's where it all is. Those poor Jayhawks, though. Well, they can't win a damn game to save their lives. Kotelnicki got out at the right time. It's been they're the Nebraska, the one loss or the one score loss team right here. That is Kansas. All right, Bodie, do you have the open, or you want me to play?
I got it. Let's do it.
You got it right there. Let's do some picks.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Buckeye Show's fastest football picks in the world.
Sponsored by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
All right, how'd we do last week?
Last week, Tyvus went 4-4. Timmy, you went 3-5. It's the second week in a row. Tyvus went 500, and you went 3-5. So he's gotten a couple games on you. But still, Tyvus is 32-33 this year. Timmy, you are 36-29.
That's good. That's still good. Seven games over.
We will start with the number one team in the country, Oregon. They're favored by 14.5 at Michigan.
Oh, let's go Oregon.
Tyvus likes the Ducks as well. Florida against number 2 Georgia in the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. The Dogs are favored by 14.5.
Georgia.
Tyvus is with you there as well. Duke is at number 5 Miami. The Canes are favored by 21.
Duke and Miami. Thanks for putting this one in here. Let's go with the Blue Devils right there. That's a lot of points. Let's go Duke.
That's who Tyvus is taking as well. Texas A&M, number 10 Aggies. They're favored by just 3 points in this game on the road at South Carolina.
That's the toughest one there because A&M's kind of been. Let's go Texas A&M. The win over LSU, that's impressive.
That's who Tyvus is taking as well. Louisville is at number 11 Clemson. The Tigers are favored by 10.
Clemson.
Same for Tyvus as well. Number 13 Indiana. Rourke will be back at quarterback there for the Hoosiers. And they are favored by 8 points at Michigan State.
I'm going to do something here. I'm going to say Michigan State with those points.
Okay, Tyvus is laying the points in that game.
Okay.
Number 18, Pittsburgh at number 20, SMU. The Ponies, they're favored by 7.5 in that game.
Oh, this is our ACC chaos structure right here, right? Something's going to give. We're going to go with Pitt getting the points.
That's who Tyvus is taking as well. And last, but certainly not least, number 4, Ohio State at number 3, Penn State. Buckeyes, just like they were at Oregon, favored by 3 points, Timmy. Tyvus is taking the Buckeyes.
So it went down that half point because I'd seen this
I saw
at 3.5.
it at 3 about a couple hours ago, give or take, when I put this down. So,
well, you know what? I guess I'll go with a 25-21 and adjust where my score was. I'm rolling with them. I'm gonna roll with them.
How do they get into 25?
I don't know.
Don't know. Okay, I like it.
Something's gonna give.
Something weird.
Safeties. Returned, blocked extra points, returned for 2-point conversions.
That's never happened in this game.
Yeah, the field goal, but the extra point. We're gonna do that, and we got Jackets hockey coming up tonight. So Buckeyes with the huge game tomorrow, 6:30 coverage, biggest game of the season. Jackets have been a lovely surprise too. I want to see them do it against the Jets tonight, and that is coming up next. Have a good night on The Fan.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Hey Columbus, Caden Curry here, Ohio State student-athlete for Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. I've had to be versatile my whole football career. Of course, I'm a defensive end, but I've also played special teams and even played fullback. Whether I'm blocking or tackling, I've got to be ready for any job out there, which is why I love the versatility in Kubota's BXB and L Series tractors. There's no task too big or small with Kubota tractors from Green & Sons. Visit greensons.com today, or stop by their stores in Mount Sterling and in Raymond, north of Marysville, and get yourself a Kubota tractor that works as hard as I do.
1 in 3 student athletes gets disturbing messages from sports bettors. This threatens the safety and mental health of college athletes like Tyler.
I'm a student and an athlete. I don't deserve to be threatened over my play. If you're upset about your sports bet, don't take it out on me, because I'm more than a bet.
These threats are not acceptable. Stop harassing college athletes over a bet. Learn more at morethanabet.org.
This Saturday, choose chill and grab a Coors Light. Press play on Ohio State football and pause on everything else. We know there's nothing like game day in Columbus. So whether you're at the tailgate, the bar, or just watching from home, choose the one beer that's made for Ohio State game day. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics 2024.
Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
The blood battle is back,
and the Buckeyes are the defending 2-time champions.
Donate blood at a Versity Blood Drive by November 27th to help Ohio State beat Michigan again.
Sign up at versity.org/blood.